What's up, guys? So in this video, we're going to talk about Tesla stock. So Tesla stock has been actually a very consistent trading stock over the last couple of days, and even over the last session before I recorded this video, the stock is trading at about $818, guys. So if we take a look at this chart here, we can see that basically over the last 5 days, the stock is over the last week or so of trading days, the stock has been basically flat. So we had a low of around $796 and we had a high of around $832. So with this flat trading price, it's been kind of hard to make money on this because usually we want Tesla to be um, gapping up strongly, and this is the type of stock that moves very quickly on news. So if we take a look at the uptrend, as I showed you guys in my previous Tesla video, we've been on a steady uptrend climb, and this is one of the better points, I think, to hold Tesla stock because it's becoming more of a mature, bigger company. So a lot of those, I think, those initial growing pains with people seeing the three last positive quarters for earnings, I think a lot of people have changed their opinion about the company. And also, I think that this has been a crazy, unique time for the company anyway. So as you can see now, the company suffered a bunch of factory closures due to the whole lockdown measures. So if we take a look at this 6-month chart, we can see that the stock had been on an absolute tear. So it was headed to $1,000. So a lot of this trading movement over the last 3 months has been a recovery phase. And as we can see here, the stock has almost filled that gap. So what we need to realize with Tesla stock is that the stock is up a ton now, and I think a lot of people are thinking, will the stock go back down again? Will I be able to buy it cheaper? So in my opinion, there is some risk there. And the simple risk there is that I think the biggest news story coming up now, obviously, we have things like Battery Day and stuff like that, but I think the biggest news story is, will Tesla be included in the S&P 500? So why is this important? Well, the S&P 500 is a great marketing opportunity for Tesla. Lots of hedge funds, lots of institutional investors, and even individual investors, they only select stocks from a certain index. So for instance, a lot of people, when they're looking for stocks, let's say they're looking for dividend stocks, perhaps they only take stocks from the S&P 500 dividend aristocrats. A lot of people, when they buy stocks, they focus on Dow Jones stocks. So by getting into the S&P 500 list, this elite class, this stock is not only going to get picked up by institutional investors, hedge funds, it's going to get picked up by a lot of mutual fund managers as well, because they're going to be buying Tesla stock because they want to buy a basket of stocks that tracks the S&P 500 index. So perhaps this is what we're experiencing right now. Obviously, there's been a lot of closures and things like that that have affected the market as a whole, but I think a lot of people are anticipating this. So, okay, guys, will Tesla stock go back down to like $500? So I purchased it around $500. I'm sitting pretty right now, but there is a massive risk size if you are anticipating that the stock will go back down. Because if this stock hits another positive earnings quarter, it's been surprising people over the last couple of quarters. If this thing hits and it hits the S&P 500, this stock is breaking out to $1,000 or more. And the reason for that is simply because Tesla, and the reason for that is Tesla is more than a car company. So I really want to reiterate this, guys. We've seen this story before when everyone said Apple was just an iPhone company. That was wrong. They've got their services business and things like that. When people said Amazon was just an e-commerce company, that was wrong. They have their cloud service businesses. They own grocery stores. They're thinking about acquiring maybe AMC theaters so they can show their movies and things like that. So this is just a prime example of a company that is a lot bigger than people think. They have a lot of things to do with solar roofing. They have solar energy components. They're really pushing a lot of new advancements that a lot of people aren't even familiar with yet. I mean, if you ask the average person, do they use solar energy on their household? They probably say no. But 5, 10 years from now, that's going to be a big different story. So, and a lot of companies, corporate companies, are looking into this as well to slash costs. And in an environment like this, where a lot of companies are doing everything it takes to save cash by slashing share buybacks, slashing dividends, cutting staff, moving to solar energy is going to save even money, guys. You guys check out the numbers. You can save up to 80% on your energy bill by going solar versus traditional oil-based energies, guys. So I think this is just a huge opportunity for Tesla. There is some risk, guys, if you think the stock is going to go back down. Me personally, like I said, in hindsight, I should have bought more shares, but I'm happy with the position that I have at around $500. So what I would say for the latest take, guys, is there's a couple ways you can play this stock. So if you're really adamant about getting a position, you want to do this before uh, the earnings report. And the reason we want to do it for the earnings, like I said, if they make positive quarters in a row, they're going to get S&P 500 inclusion. There's another way you can play this. You can buy fractional shares, guys. So apps like Robinhood, Fidelity, a lot of brokers now have fractional shares, so you can build position over time. So for instance, the stock's trading around $800. Perhaps you could put in $80 a week, and after 10 weeks you will acquire a share. Or maybe you could put $500 a week, or whatever your budget is. You can slowly build a position over time. And then the third takeaway I would say on playing Tesla stock is you can buy call options in the money. So for instance, if you really want to acquire the stock at around $500 or $600, you can buy those in the money call options, and then you will be able to acquire those shares whenever you exercise the option. Because if you get the option at around $500 or $600, it's deep into the money, so you should have no problems. I don't expect Tesla stock to crash anytime soon. Now, the only downside risk is that they completely miss the quarter and the stock plummets. And the way to protect against that, guys, would be using a stop loss order or a trailing stop. Simply set up your risk tolerance. Let's say you don't want to lose more than 20%. You put the 20% trailing stop. If the stock goes down 20%, you're automatically out of position. So that would be the best way to play this, guys. Tesla, it's starting to become, more of that mature type company, and I think it deserves being treated a little bit differently. The S&P 500 inclusion is definitely a sign of a mature company. So it's just been a really interesting to watch Tesla transform in front of our eyes, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in the future, guys. So I hope this video provided you guys some information. I'm going to be making some more Tesla videos as we continue to move into the end of Q2 in June. So June is going to be a really exciting month. A lot of updates. I'll be providing you guys a lot of information. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos on stock market. I post videos on the stock market every day, so be sure to subscribe to more Tesla updates. So that's it until next time, guys. Take care.